It's been a moment that you're not aligned with your current job anymore, but you don't know how to move. When your alarm rings in the morning, you're like, I have to go there again. I have to be around those people again. You can feel your energy leaving your body and you start dwelling and dwelling and dwelling in your bed. And once you're there, the second you start having conversation with those people, you just want to disappear. In this video, I'm going to break down for you exactly what is happening. And also, I will share with you how you can change the situation because, yes, you already know it. You are a pure creator. Well, there was a time where the job that you currently have was everything that you dreamed of, right? You were at a certain position emotionally, vibrationally, and from that point of view, this current job was far from what you could have. But as you kept working on yourself, the reality brought to you that job and then it became, boom, your reality, right? So what you are currently experiencing is that vibrationally you are not aligned anymore with the current job. The type of conversations that you're having with people or the tasks themselves are not bringing that light into you anymore, which means you outgrew the place, you outgrew the job, and at the same time, you don't know what to do. You don't know where to move. You are feeling a bit like, I don't understand. It used to be my dream job. I love it. Oh, I used to love it, but now I don't understand. And, it doesn't matter the things that you keep changing, you keep feeling the same thing about the job. You thought, maybe if I do a different task, maybe if I start talking with different people, maybe if during my break I start eating alone or with other people, it might change the game. And despite you trying all those things, you still feel the same. You see, as human beings, we are really powerful. You're really, really powerful. What actually happened is during the past few weeks, few months, maybe few years, maybe you have been at this job for years already. Life caused you to experience so many things, right? You experience so many things. Maybe you work in sales and then one day you start talking with marketing. Maybe you're in IT and one day you started talking with, I don't know, someone from another department. Or you even had conversation with people outside of that company and somewhere along the way you tasted something new. You tasted something new that brought you a higher joy than the joy that you've been experiencing at this company. And the law of the universe are such that as soon as you taste something new, something that your higher self, something that your soul feels like, okay, that's now your way towards expansion. Because remember, you are the universe in a microform. And we live in a universe that is in constant expansion, forever expansion. So are we as human beings. As soon as we have what we wanted, we now want something else. And then you have it and then you want something else. But you never go for something that's not better. Never. And whenever you do that, you start feeling the type of emotions that you're going through right now. So that's what is happening. So if you look back, what happened? What are the people that you've been talking to that are actually doing stuff that they enjoy doing? That as soon as you start talking with them, you're like, wow, can you tell me more? Can you tell me more? Or maybe it's something that you actually tried on the side, right? Maybe you have your perfect 9 to 5 and then you tried something on the side and you like it, you love it, it's bringing you that joy, you're feeling like a kid again, but with your mental, you think there's no way I will be able to make money out of that. We're going to come back to this later, right? So I want you to understand that you have no choice but to grow. You have no choice but to go with the path of least resistance because now you are resisting the change. There's something out there calling for you where there will be no resistance in the beginning, right? Always. Because the more you know, the more you want to do. The more you know, the more you want to do. So, how can you now manage where you are? You have to identify the people, the places, the activities that are draining you. You literally must be aware 24/7 when exactly my energy starts to shift. Because it's not like that the whole day, right? You have your moment. It can be a thought or a set of thoughts that keep coming. It can be when you start having conversation with a very specific type of people. Could be your manager, could be the person sitting next to you, right? Can be anyone. But the thing is, you've came already, it's not even my conclusion, you've came already to the conclusion that this job is not for you anymore because you cannot stand those people anymore. So what should you do? Number one, meditate. Meditation is the fastest way for you to gain clarity and to start receiving impulses, action that will lead you to the path of least resistance. That's the first thing that you can do. Isn't it funny that in order to get what you want, you have to do nothing? That's the beauty of this universe. So I highly, highly recommend you to start meditating every day. If you can, 15 minutes per day, it's perfect. Do it for 7, 14, 28 days. 28 days is actually the moment where you're like, okay, you've been creating your path of momentum, and after 28 days, you're really in there. 7 days is just, it's just the beginning of the story. 14, you are trying to understand, you are trying to see the pattern, how it's actually impacting your life. But at 28, you are really, really in there. So that's the first thing. I mean, the first thing was to identify the places and the people and the activities that are draining you. The second thing is to meditate. Now I also want you to identify the people, the places, and the activities that are giving you that inner joy, that are giving you that joy that makes you feel like a kid again, right? You need to write it down, because that's where it's going to happen. If you can see those things, if you can identify those stuff that when you do them, you're like, oh, wow, this is so cool. You need to know what they are. But here's the thing. Do not let the mental get in the way. When I started photography, man, if someone told me back then that I would, travel to 9 countries to shoot almost 200 weddings, I would have never believed it. Never. Because when I got my first camera, the thing that I was doing was photographing my friends, right? And when I would go to a family party, they would always tell me, make sure to bring your camera, make sure to bring your camera. Even at my friend's party, make sure to bring your camera. And then I would go to school with my camera. We will be having, during my engineering studies, we will be in class. I will have my camera on the desk, looking forward for the, what's the thing? For the pause. I don't know what was the name in English, I think mostly in French. For the break, so that I could shoot all my classmates. That's what I was doing back then. So I didn't even have the step back to understand that I can make thousands and thousands and thousands of euros with a camera. Can you understand? But the joy was next level. And I can tell you for sure that once I became the photographer that I was, and I was amazing at it, none of my ex-classmates or ex-colleagues were surprised, because it's something that I made clear that this is my joy. This is the vehicle through which joy is finding me. And you have to make sure that you identify it, and that you make sure that you start taking action as if no one told you that you couldn't do it. Because you see, the second you are going to listen to that voice that is trying to challenge you, that is trying to discourage you, that you can't do it, then you're going to stop. Become a kid again. And that's why I recommend everyone to start going on YouTube. And if you are someone that's not yet creating content, maybe your mentor is going to tell you, yeah, but my manager is going to see my videos. Yeah, but my sister is going to see that. That's the case if you choose to jump on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But if you choose to go on YouTube, no one is going to know, because YouTube is not a snitch. YouTube is not going to snitch on you, right? YouTube will only show your footage to people that are already consuming the type of topics that you're addressing. So that's something that you can also do, right? And since no one that you know will be able to watch your videos, show up authentically as who you really are. Show up authentically as who you really are. And you will see, so that would be like your secret garden where you can do and say whatever, knowing that your right people will come. So that's something that you can do. Now, let's go to the practical aspect. I started this video by saying that you outgrew the place. You outgrew it. There is no going back. You're just lying to yourself. If you do everything you can to stay attached to that job, you're going to end up hurting not only yourself, but other people. You see, energetically, that place cannot hold you anymore. You outgrew it. You became way more powerful than what those walls can actually contain. And that's why when your alarm rings, there is no excitement from your being to actually go there, right? And trust me, I've been through the same thing. to the same thing. You're like, what? I don't understand. I used to love it. Yes, you used to, but there is something new. And usually we tend to believe in the story that we create, that the mental brings to our attention, that it's going to be difficult, it's going to be complicated, and then try to bring you old ideas just to make you stay. Nah, man, you are forever expanding being, forever, forever. So this is what I highly recommend you to do, because you completely outgrew the place. You're way more powerful. And the other thing is, write your mantra. Make sure to have your set of mantra that you're going to read every day, every morning, because you're a creator. Everything in this universe is sound and vibration. And you can have some mantra like, I am open to receive the best opportunity for me. I am open to receive a job that is aligned with my joy and my values. Create sentences that start with I am, and make sure that the whole sentence is positive. As soon as you wake up in the morning, say them out loud. Before you go to bed, say them out loud. Another thing that you can do is to have something called a goal card. This is funny because I did mine again today after maybe more than a year. So here on my goal card, I have 3 goals that I want to achieve this year, right? Those goals have to do with the monthly revenue that I'm going for this year, has to do with the amount of people that I want to have here on this YouTube channel, and the amount of people that I want to have on my community, on my paid private community, right? And this is something that I am now dedicated to read multiple times a day, because where you put your focus, you create. Where you put your focus, you create. So by looking at it all the time, by thinking and bringing to yourself in your being the feelings that you know you would feel once you realize those goals, by repeating those feelings already now inside, that's how you're bringing it even closer to you, right? And the mantra basically do the same. That's what I would do if I was you. I would create the mantra. I just gave you a few examples, and I would make sure to have my goal code. If you have a dream company, if you already know a place where someone like you, an ex-colleague who used to do exactly what you're doing, is working right now, and you feel like, oh, if I work there, it would be amazing, put it on your goal card. Look it all the time. Go on Google. Watch that. Go on the website of that company. Follow that company on Instagram, and make sure to check them all the time. By doing that, you're going to bring to your awareness, right, the existence of that company or of that job. And if you watch the video where I broke down awareness and consciousness, well, you already know that what you bring to your awareness, you end up accepting things as true in your awareness, and through repetition or deep, profound emotion, that very specific thing enters then your consciousness. And what is consciousness? It is your life at every single moment of the day. I hope you found some clarity in this video. I hope it was able to help you. Let me know in the comment what you thought. And if there is a topic that you want me to address, let me know also in the comment. By the way, if you want to jump on YouTube, I am launching a 5-day YouTube Live bootcamp on January 19. And this is something that I'm thinking about launching either every month or every 2 months. So if you're interested, make sure to check the link in the description. Take your seat, because you're going to have so much fun so that you can start living a life that brings you the highest joy. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.